is, did we just hear from a parallel world or not?
I want to know, you mentioned following the data here. What does the data show you in the past? Is there anything that you can compare this to in the past, or is this something just completely brand new that we've absolutely never seen before?
Yeah, it's something we've never seen before because only over the past decade we had telescopes that can survey the sky for such objects that are sensitive enough and computers that can digest large quantities of data as we currently have. So this is a completely new frontier.
It began as a tremor, a strange ripple recorded by one of the world's most advanced gravitational wave detectors. At first, it looked like the usual chatter of the universe. Black holes colliding, stars exploding. But then, the signal bent the rulebook. Its shape was wrong, its rhythm unfamiliar. It was as if the cosmos itself had coughed out a secret. The detectors at LIGO and Virgo confirmed a single sharp jolt of a gravitational wave over in less than a tenth of a second. Science.
Now you gotta also understand too, y'all TIs, some of y'all, that this is going on internally as well. Remember that. As above, so below, as within, so without.
Scientists from the International Gravitational Observatory now say the anomaly might be the first ever hint of a wormhole. A wormhole is a hypothetical tunnel-like passage in space-time that connects two distant points, acting as a shortcut that could allow for rapid travel across vast cosmic distances or even through time.
But what you're seeing right now, especially with that, most ultraviolet light operates on cymatic vibrations, which are sine waves, S-I-N-E. Sine waves is just based on natural vibrations.
Carried a message, a pulse from a parallel universe.
Natural vibrations collect a form of data, so it operates on oscillating signals, which is an electrical energy. So the data system is connected to a form of sine waves. It's a sine waves that collaborates with, the ethers. And the ethers is what perpetuates messages to where you're basically able to become, telepathic, basically. So that's why I said there's a new consciousness that's coming to the planet.
A signal not born in our galaxy, not even in our universe, but leaking in through a cosmic shortcut. Researchers say the energy spike was so precise, so alien to known physics, it could not be explained by ordinary events. The discovery, if confirmed, would shatter.
It's amazing how when he said that there's a new consciousness coming to the planet. So obviously, if there is a new consciousness coming to this planet, it must be a more upgraded consciousness, meaning we're going to evolve, right? But where does that leave the bots? Because the bots didn't even receive this old shit. You see what I'm saying? The bots didn't even, like the Bible says, since they did not like to retain knowledge, since they did not like to retain knowledge, God has given them over to a reprobate mind. You see what I'm saying? So these bots are in a reprobate mind. My people should perish from lack of knowledge. You got to repeat these same old, scriptures over and over and over, so you can get it, so you're gonna understand. Because your preacher man ain't gonna make it make sense like DB gonna make it make sense. So the bots since they did not like to retain the knowledge God has given them over, so they just out the way. So obviously, this new consciousness is coming. Is for what? For who? Must be for the people like the ones that can hear the words coming out of my mouth. How about that? That's what this new consciousness is for. It's for us. If your body is not for you, your job is to gangster.
Matter everything we know about space and time. Wormholes are supposed to be unstable, collapsing instantly, but this signal suggests one stayed open long enough to let something through, not matter, not spacecraft, but information. The data is still being crunched, but make no mistake, if this holds up, we are staring at the first proof that our universe is not alone. Somewhere out there, a mirror reality might exist, with its own stars, its own Earth, perhaps even its own version of us.
Well, General, let me just ask you.
That's why you got to understand the inception of creation and to understand what's going to be taking place in the future, because in the inception of time, you had the splitting of an atom when you're talking about the so-called Big Bang. So that created an interface transition, which is a form of a quantum entanglement, which is a glitch. It's a quantum entanglement processing system that has the ability to basically create a dualistic paradox. And when you have a splitting of an atom, that creates the illusion where you have different dimensional worlds, right? Where you have different dimensional realities. So this is why you have, just like everything in the third dimension operates on three states. You got gases, liquids, solids. You got ABC 1, 2, 3. You got reading, writing, arithmetic, and then you got
Got the Father,
gases,
Son, and Holy
liquids,
Ghost.
solids. Everything operates on three dimensions because you got three suns. You got, and the three suns
Right. Father, Son, Holy Ghost.
is connected to the three functions of the brain when you're talking about the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus gland, and the pineal gland. Everything operates on the Trinity principle,
Yep.
right? That's what you got to understand, because the Trinity principle in itself can only be activated when we get into the endocrine or whatever. But these new energies is coming in, not to get off task or whatever, but these new energies is coming in. You have to be open to receive the energy. This is where you get into the Hope Field Network. The Hope Field Network denotes the fact that there's a lot of people on the planet who are NPCs. They don't have enough data space in their brain to receive the new information
Facts.
that's coming from 3-eye atoms.
Now, you see that? You hear what he just said? The NPCs, they don't have enough space, data space
Enough data space in their brains.
in their brain. Cause you know why? Cause they don't want to delete shit. That's why. I always tell people. I heard Phil Valentine said it. He was like, I cannot tell you anything new because your storage is full. He said, I'm paraphrasing, but he, basically that's what he was saying. You know what I mean? But he was like, you gotta first get rid of the stuff that you already been taught, and the things that you think you know, and all these belief systems and stuff. You gotta remove. You gotta take that. Remember, your mind, your brain is like a computer. You scroll it on. You take it. You scroll it over to the trash can, and you delete it. You see all these tabs I got? Look all the tabs I got. I'm gonna show you all the tabs I got. Some of the tabs I got up there. They always remind me that I gotta delete tabs so I can have some room on my laptop. It's the same with your brain. The reason why these dumbass NPC bots can't receive it, because number one, too much clutter. Number two, since they did not like to retain God and since they did not like to retain God and announce God has given them over. So number one, you already, like I said, they already filled up. They got a bunch of junk, watching all the housewives and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Power 99 and all, whatever radio station. Put it in the comment section. What city you from? And put in the comment section what radio station that plays all the garbage in your city. You know what I'm saying? All that low vibratory music, that 808 drum, you know what I'm saying? All day, creating the clone so you could be a clone, you know what I'm saying? So, this is the message to the bots. This is the NPCs. This is really why they would never ever come to the knowledge of self, because they're not going to get rid of the crap that they already got stored in their brain. They've been programmed and they like it. They love the program. You can't break them from the matrix.
Receive the new information that's coming from 3-eye atoms. So this object that's come to the planet is not just some type of celestial megastructure. It's actually basically an intelligence that's coming to the planet to resurrect you and me that's tapped into the Christ energy.
Wow.
Those are the ones that's tapped into the conscious energy grid. I'm gonna keep playing this video because I don't want to go off task here.
Strategically, how stupidly dangerous is this?
It's pretty dangerous, Joe. What I'd say is, a lot of people are looking at it from the general's perspective, them thinking, what the heck are we going to hear? Because I don't think from what I've talked to some of my colleagues that are still active, they don't know what this is about. So it could be about a shifting national security strategy. It could be cuts to the General Officer Corps. Secretary Hegseth has mentioned that several times. It could be about the upcoming budget stalemate, or it could be concerns over information leaks or press leaks.
But General, don't they have communication systems where they can do that so we can actually keep our generals and our admirals in the field where they are needed?
Certainly, Joe, and they're called secure video teleconferences. It is the same thing as a secure computer, not Snapchat, not Signals app. This is no kidding secure stuff. It's just like a super computer. But the problem is, when you move that many general officers to Washington, it's not just the generals that are concerned. I would suggest that both our allies and our foes are thinking to themselves, what the hell is going on in Washington? When a general comes into the
What the hell is the Signals app? That shit just, you know what I'm saying? That shit sound like some gang stalking. I don't know. Y'all know what that is, Signals app? I believe that's what the gang stalkers use on me, a Signals app.
But the problem is, when you move that many general officers to Washington, it's not just the generals that are concerned. I would suggest that both our allies and our foes are thinking to themselves, what the hell is going on in Washington? When a general comes into the Pentagon to talk to his boss.
I will tell you why, because Washington, D.C. is no longer Washington, D.C. I keep telling y'all they're trying to move the capital over into Colorado, where you have Emerald Lake, where you're going to have the Emerald City, of what we call the Crystal City, right? Because that's connected to the deep underground military bunker systems that is connected to Cheyenne Mountain, where the real Donald Trump is basically at. But that's a whole different transmission in itself also.
Boss, the secretary.
While I'm sitting here playing this video for y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know, the boss is at work, you know what I'm saying? Like when I just mentioned the signal, I just felt the signal. It's just like, this is the reason why when God said I will laugh at their calamity, I'm going to laugh too. I'm going to laugh at their calamity. You cannot feel sorry for these gang stalkers and these bots when the beast come and bite them in the ass. You know, you gotta laugh at these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because all this is going on, and you still doing the gang stalking. You know what I'm saying? You still participating. You see where the world is at. You watch me every day, and you see that I bring this information to the forefront every day. But yet and still, you still choose to gang stalk. You still choose to participate in the bull crap. You know what I'm saying? So when karma or whatever hits you in your motherfucking face, I can't feel sorry for you at all. I can't feel sorry for you at all. I'm going to laugh at your calamity just like God. Because God said in his word, I'm going to laugh at your calamity. And I'm going to be laughing right with them. Ha, 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the age of information, and you should know this. And because y'all run from the truth. People don't want to hear the truth. You run from it because you're scared and you want to stay in your comfort zone. You know what I mean? You know, you don't want to, you don't want to hear that the government is shut down. You don't want to hear about your EBT about to get cut. You don't want to hear about it's about to be Armageddon. You know what I'm saying? You still want to just, put your sneakers on and your dress shoes on, your flip-flops, and go to the mall and go shopping and come back and eat a bunch of crap and watch TV and this is over. All right? We are in a great ascension right now. The Matrix is dead. Blockbusters is over with. You know what I'm saying? You see how everything gets played out? Once upon a time, Blockbusters was the shit. Now Netflix is, right? And Prime Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Life goes on. You know what I'm saying? And right now, we in this situation right now that this comfort lifestyle that we was living in here in America is over. It really is, dog.
Defense. No one really knows it. There may be indicators, but when you're talking about publicizing over 800 senior leaders, commanders, as well as their senior enlisted advisors, their sergeant majors or their Navy chief petty officers, this is something that's going to garner attention where people are going to say, what's going on with the U.S. military. What are they planning? Why is this so important that you're pulling 800, as suggested by the Washington Post, or more into the Washington, D.C. area? It's just, it's undescribable.
Yeah, and it's not just foreign militaries that are confused. Our own military is confused. Talking to some of these generals who have no idea why this is happening and are not sure why there's such secrecy.
It's about 10 times bigger at the very least relative to the previous interstellar object, and maybe even 50 times bigger than the first interstellar object. And that means that it's somewhere between 1,000 to 100,000 times more massive than the other.
Well, I'm gonna stop it right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want the video. I see it's almost 16 minutes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Shout out to B-Dale. Shout out to everybody that's dropping the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, just do what we came here to do. You know what I mean? Wake up, as far as I'm concerned, wake up the star seeds, the empaths that might have got left behind down this joint. You know, Billy Carson said we didn't come down here. We got our energy got sucked down here. I believe him. Because I still ask myself over and over and over, why the fuck did I come down this bitch? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's bots, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's NPCs, and they think it's cool to be that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can go ahead and talk to these gangstalkers, man. These imbeciles, you know, they think it's cool to be dumb. You got to understand, we're in an intelligent, extremely intelligent universe. And right now, what B-Dale just said, that now we're about to get an upgrade of consciousness now. As if the universe ain't already intelligent enough. You know what I'm saying? Now we about to get an upgrade. You know what I mean? But we were, so like I said, if we're gonna get an upgrade, you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna be even more advanced and more intelligent, what the fuck we gonna do with these dumbass bots? They're gonna get thrown to the wayside. You know what I'm saying? They about to get slaughtered. You know what I'm saying? The Georgia Guidestones play. We about to eradicate all these dumb fools. You know what I'm saying? The universe about to just get rid of them. They in the damn way. And with that being said, y'all, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, man. Holla back. You know what I'm saying? If you send a donation, that'd be nice. $ to Christ 777. If not, it is what it is, man. I'm still going to drop the heat. We out.